Hello. How's everybody doing? We will will get started with my Japanese coach once again very soon. This is going to be the second to last episode because we're going to be doing lessons 81 through 90 in the 100 lesson plan. So after this, it'll be one last episode, and then we'll be done with my Japanese coach, because I am not doing the open plan, and I highly advise against it. I'll turn the audio down on your end. So, you have until Sunday, just a reminder, you have until Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m., which is when I'll be streaming the last episode of my Japanese coach. You have until then to cast your votes on which game I am going to be playing in Japanese, which game I will be streaming in Japanese. So, as a bit of an update, for a while, Final Fantasy I had been in the lead, but it seems like just now, the lead has gone to Digimon Adventure for the PSP. That has 18 votes so far. Final Fantasy I has 14 votes. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has 5 votes, and Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon has 4 votes. And, as for the bonus Pokemon thing, it seems like that post has 2 likes ahead of time. So, for anybody, as a reminder, for anybody who wants to see me play Pokemon instead of whoever wins the poll, then one of the following conditions has to be met. Either I get 10 viewers watching my stream at the same time at any point. Of course, I have to be streaming while that's happening. Or, I would need 20 followers on Twitch. So far, I have 7. Or, 20 subscribers on my live YouTube channel, which currently there are 6 subscribers. So, this is your update for what Japanese game I will be streaming after this, and after doing a little bit of Wagotabi as well. And with that, I guess it's about time to get started with my Japanese coach. So let me just get that prepared really quick. Oh, and I'll also type in the chat. Do you think 20 followers or subscribers is a bit of a tall order? Well, I kind of wanted to make it a tall order because, you know, I want people to actually really want me to play Pokemon if they, like, you know, want me to. But anyhow, that's, that message is out of the way. Let us go to my Japanese coach now. Oh, I'm just going to get on to YouTube. And just set some information. There we go. Oh, right, and paint. This will be for when I do some kanji. And with that, let's get started. Alright, getting my notebook out, just in case I need it. Alright, so after an introduction to things around the house, we're going to be doing a kanji break. Speaking of break, as usual, we will be doing 5 lessons, taking a break, and then another 5 lessons, and that will be the end of the stream. So before we get into our lesson here, here's a little bit about Kinkakuji. The Golden Pavilion, or Kinkakuji, is a 3-story building residing in Kyoto. The top 2 stories of the pavilion are covered with pure gold leaf. This time we're going to have some kanji that focus on direction and places, also a few useful verbs. Alright, first we have the kanji for east. Alright, so by itself it is higashi, which means east. Toyo is the Orient. I wonder what that kanji actually means. Let me take a look real. Toyo. East, ocean, sea, foreign. Okay, yeah, it's for ocean, sea, foreign, western style. So, yeah, this is referred to as, like, the East or the Orient. And then this is also a part of Tokyo. So I believe the thing about this kanji, if I may open up my Microsoft Paint here. So this is the kanji for sun here. 3, 5. And I guess let's think of this as like the ground or something and the sun is rising from it. I don't know. Or maybe this is supposed to be like a tree with the sun peeping out of it. So the reason I call this part the sun is because, well, the sun rises in the east. So it would make sense to think of it that way. Next we have west, which looks like pie in a box. No, I don't think that's how you should remember the kanji, but it's just what it looks like to me. So by itself, it is Nishi, west. Seiyo is the west, as opposed to Toyo, which is the east, the orient. And this is also the kanji used for talking about the Kansai region. Alright, let's move on here. South. 2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9. It looks like something's pointing south. That's kind of how I know. I mean, maybe it's not the most helpful thing, but I recognize the kanji. Anyhow, by itself it is Minami, and it is also part of Nankyoku, which is Antarctica. I wonder what the Kyoku is. Yeah, Nankyoku. Oh, South Pole. It's more like the South Pole, but yeah, you can call it Antarctica as well. Though there's another word you can use for that. Sankyoku Ken, Antarctic Circle, and Nankyoku Tairiku. Oh, that makes sense. It's the South Pole continent, which is Antarctica. And now for north. Wait, is that how you write? I honestly don't know. Let me take a look. Oh, yeah, the game wrote it wrong. But it does, this part does go from right to left. But, yeah, it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, there's a little mess up from the game. Alright, by itself it is Kita, which is north. Hokkyoku, North Pole, and it's also part of Hokkaido, and that is another region of Japan. Alright, this is Temple. We'll be seeing this kanji as a radical quite a bit. As a matter of fact, the next kanji we'll be learning is, it uses that as a radical. Anyhow, by itself, it is Tera, which means temple. And, oh, how fitting. Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion. Alright, and this is time. 1, Sanshi. That is the radical for sun. This is the radical for ground. And this is something that is used in Village. So, let's see. If we could remember this kanji using that information, we could tell the story like this. When the sun rises, it is time for the villagers to tend to the ground. I guess that works. So by itself, it is toki, which means time. Though by itself, it means a moment in time. I have that written down in my notes here. When it has this here, it becomes jikan, which means the time. And then there's tokidoki, which means sometimes. Alright, this is the one for to eat. Okay, yeah, that does write it correctly. Shiko Shichi Hachikyu. In the... Alright, so the YouTube channel that I had referred to before, for remembering the kanji, this one was basically a person eating, this would be like bread and this would be their hand. And they would be eating the bread in their house, I guess. You know, it's really bothering me. I want to know what the name of the channel is right now. Alright, yeah, it's called OK Japanese. That is the channel that I have used for, like, remembering some of these kanji. Anyhow, this kanji is used for taberu, which means to eat. We can also have it be used for ku, which is a rougher way of saying to eat. And it is also part of shokuji, which means meal. This kanji can also be used for other meals of the day, like choshoku, chushoku, and yushoku. Or is it banshoku? Well, one of the two. Anyhow, this one to know. You know, this kind of looks like somebody with a graduation hat on, holding a book or their diploma. I actually, like, just thought of that. Let me draw it so you know what I mean. I know things. Alright, I don't know why it's showing the chi here, but maybe it's a formatting error. And yeah, looks like it is. So this is part of shiru, which means to know. It is also a part of chishiki, knowledge, and chie, wisdom. Alright, this kanji is use. Oh, yeah, I think that's the correct stroke order. Let me just double check. Oh, it is not the correct stroke order. Oh! It's actually... I actually wrote it correctly the first time. That's weird. I would think this would be the third stroke. Some of these kanji have really weird rules. Anyhow, this kanji is used in mochiru, which means to make use of. Is also part of yoji, task, and yojin, precaution. And the last kanji for this lesson is that of sea or ocean. So yeah, this right here is the water radical. This part here, it's basically a... I'm writing this wrong, but whatever. It's basically a modified version of the water kanji. And then there's this. And this is a variant of the kanji for mother. So you can think of it as, mother is lying in the shade at the beach. Because when people say umi, they might also be referring to a beach, not just the ocean. So by itself, it is umi, ocean, beach. Kaigan, that is more specifically a beach. And then Nihonkai, Sea of Japan. Interesting. Okay, if you don't know how to write it correctly, you don't really know the kanji. Well, fading characters will take too long, so let's move on to the other one. Scrolls. Yamada-san wa nishi ni ikimashita. Let's see. 1, 2. Pie in a box. Watashi wa sore o shitte imasu. I know that. Suzuki-san wa Hokkaido ga suki desu. Miss Suzuki likes Hokkaido. Let's see, that is north. That is... Nankyoku, was it? Yeah. Nankyoku wa minami no hou ni arimasu. Nankyoku wa minami no hou ni arimasu. Antarctica is to the south. Let's see. All right. Nihonkai o mimashita ka? Did you see the Sea of Japan? Sun. Shigo. Shichi. Hachikyu. Watashi wa Tokyo kara kimashita. I come from Tokyo. I came from Tokyo. I am from Tokyo. Uemura-san wa sushi o tabemashita. Mr. Uemura ate sushi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 私は用事あるので忙しいです。I have a task, so I am busy. 私は用事あるので忙しいです。日本にはお寺があります。There are temples in Japan. 今は5時です。It is 5 o'clock now. 4、6、7、8、9、10. 9 out of 10, because screw you, game. I swear, that game is bugged. Next up, more things around the house. Maybe not exciting, but definitely useful. Alright. Time for lesson 82, which is House 2. More things around the house. Of course, you'll see a lot more in your house than what I talked about last time, so let's get you some words. Bed is different from a futon. A futon is the traditional thing to sleep on, but recently more beds have been showing up in Japan. So yeah, if you remember way back in lesson 2, futon is like a comfy little mattress of sorts that you unfold and you just sleep on the floor there. But we also have the bed. Beddo. Next we have pillow. Makura. Blanket. Mofu. Curtain. Katen. And cupboard. Todana. And then, let's see. Here's some more words for you to put tags on. Table. Teburu. It's tableware. Shokki. Shower. Shawa. Bathtub. Furo. Some people might call it ofuro. And kitchen. Daidokoro. This is pretty useful to know about when you're watching Miffy and Friends like I am. Miffy to Tomodachi. Because they refer to things like the bed, the cupboard, Todana, and kitchen, daidokoro, plenty of times. We'll talk more about stuff in the kitchen later, but for now, you'd better get some practice in. So it's time to earn some mastery. Multiple choice, sure. Mofu,
毛布、
shokki,
食器、
table,
テーブル、
makura,
枕、
shower,
シャワー、
curtain,
カーテン、
todana,
戸棚、
furo,
風呂、
bed,
ベッド、
daidokoro.
台所。
Alright, not memorized yet? Let's work on your memory then. I saw blankets somewhere. No, I did not.
ベッド、 テ
Tib,
ーブル、 戸
todana,
棚、 枕、 食器、 台所、
daidokoro,
カーテ
curtain,
ン、風呂、
shower,
シャワー、 毛
mofu.
布、
There. Get out the sticky notes already and label all these new words in your house. Next time we're covering more grammar. Alright, let's get started on that. Amari. We've taken it a little easy recently, just giving you words that are really nice and useful. Well, no more! At least, not for this lesson. This lesson we're covering the word amari. Amari means not very much, or the extent of such and such is not that great. It needs to have a negative ending to work correctly. The negative ending can be a verb, an e-adjective, or even a negative des. But first off, I guess we're learning the base words of the base, like, non-conjugated forms of these. So we have glad,
嬉しい、
ureshi. This is also like happy or delighted. Fun,
楽しい、
tanoshi. That's a word you'll hear a lot. Become angry,
怒る、
okoru. So if you remember from one of the previous lessons, okotteiru or okoripoi, I think it is. Those come from okoru,
怒る、
which means to become angry. Young,
若い、
wakai. Cute,
かわいい、
kawaii. That is a word you've definitely heard. Time to see amari in action. Notice that it doesn't get a particle after it. Yamada is not very fun.
山田さんはあまり楽しくない。
Yamada-san wa amari tanoshiku nai. Yamada doesn't get angry very often.
山田さんはあまり怒りません。
Yamada-san wa amari okorimasen. Stumbling in my words. Mazui is often used as an opposite to delicious, but can also refer to situations.
まずい、
So yeah, mazui means unpleasant, whether it be taste or a situation. And delicious,
おいしい、
Oishii. Dangerous.
危ない
Abunai. Heavy.
重い
Omoi. Light.
軽い
Karui. Let's get those words firmly planted in your head before putting amari in sentences. Well, I don't like doing spelltastic, so... time to put you in actual situations with amari. Alright, let's see. Kono sushi wa... mazui desu yo.
この寿
I'm
司は
spelling anyway!
まずいですよ
Aki-chan wa amari... wagakunai desu. Oh, wakakunai desu. Sorry. Sumimasen. そのゲームはあまり楽しくないで。妹はあまり軽くない。その男の人はあまり可愛くないです。寺上さんは危ない男の人です。
寺上さんは危ない男の人です
Oh, I better just do the rest. Got it! Wait! Oh, yeah, I got it. I just didn't do one of them. Man, that is really close. I really don't like that, because I can't just, like, take my time to read it. And then I have to type it out one letter at a time. It would be so much easier if I could actually use my keyboard that's right in front of me. Let's take it a little easier next time. Get out the sticky notes because we're hitting the kitchen. Alright, more sticky notes. Let's go in the kitchen. I like the kitchen. That's where I store all my favorite snacks. So let's go over what's in a kitchen. You do have a kitchen, right?
ナイフ
Knife,
フォーク
fork,
スプーン
spoon. Those are pretty easy to remember, as is
トースター
toaster.
流し
Nagashi is sink, and I believe the kanji that is used for that is the same for, like, flowing. Something like that, or like washing ashore. So yeah, the flow of water comes in and out of the sink. So, makes sense there. Make sure to mark them all so that you'll be able to remember them well. Tea kettle,
やかん
yakan, refrigerator,
冷蔵庫
reizoko, dish,
皿
sara, bowl,
器
tsuwa. I've also heard ochawa, which is like a tea bowl or a rice bowl, I believe. Let me look that up just so I'm, you know, saying that. Shadow over tea. Oh, chawan. My mistake. Alright.
器
Tsuwa and stove.
レンジ
Renji. And, hang on. Renji. So, yeah, comes from the word range, stove cooker. It is also shorthand for microwave oven, which is denshi renji. That ought to be a useful word to remember. Probably more than tea kettle, for our sake. Denshi renji. Microwave oven. Anyhow, identify all these in your kitchen, then play this game. We'll just play the game. That's okay. Fork.
フォーク
Yakan.
やかん
Renji.
レンジ
Toaster.
トースター
Spoon.
スプーン
Nagashi.
流し
冷蔵庫。
冷蔵庫
皿。
皿
ナイフ。
ナイフ
器。
器
You can even use these words in daily conversations to let your friends and family know how well you're doing in Japanese. Let's just hope it doesn't annoy them too much. Get a bit more practice in. Oh, hit a word. Alright. Tea kettle. Yakan.
Yakan.
Fork.
Fork.
Sara. Friction. Knife.
Knife.
冷蔵庫。
冷蔵庫
レンジ。Friction.
レンジ
器。
器
流し。あ、
流し
スプーン。
スプーン
トースター。Ugh.
トースター
Okay. Excellent. I think we're about done with household objects, so let's get you some more kanji. Alright. Let's see here. This time we have kanji about your body and things you do with your body, like thinking and talking. Alright, so this is the kanji for body. It is the person radical and the kanji for book, or more accurately, origin. So your body is the origin of you, a person. Makes sense. So by itself, it is karada, which is body. It is also used in tairyoku, physical strength. And shitai is a corpse. Or maybe it's not shitai, maybe it's shitai. Like maybe the E should be a little more pronounced. I don't know. Next is hair. For some reason, I tend to get confused. Tend to confuse this with the kanji for hand sometimes. So just be aware of that. And that's probably because hand is just, you know, striking the other way. Alright, so by itself it is ke, which is hair. Keito, knitting wool. And umo, down feathers. Alright, next is head. Wait, how soon does... Actually, wait, I think this is an N2, no, not N2, grade 2 kanji. It's I know it's N4, and, this part here, this is the kanji for bean, but that's at a higher level. Anyhow, head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's a lot of strokes. Anyhow, by itself, it is atama, which is head. You can also say zujo, which means overhead. I guess that's a different, unique reading. And then, nani nani no kashira. Not to be confused with, I wonder. Nani nani no kashira is head of something something. Alright, next we have face. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew! So yeah, that is the face. This uses the same right part as head does, so that's one way you can remember that head and face are related. As for this, I don't really know. Anyhow, by itself it is kao, face. We can also say yokogao, profile, and ganryo, pigment. Interesting. And this is the kanji that we've been seeing as a radical for the past few kanji. This is for neck. So by itself, it is kubi, neck, shui, leading position. Next we have voice. This is the ground radical once again, basically. I don't remember if this is written last. Let me take a look. Yes, it is written last. The game done goofed once again. Ich ni san shi go roku shi. Alright, so by itself it is koe, which means voice, ogoe, loud voice, and mese, fame. Kokoro, yeah, heart, soul, mind. By itself it is kokoro, heart, soul, mind. It's also part of shinzo, which is the heart organ, and nesshin, diligent. And the heart kanji becomes a radical for this kanji, to think. Think with the head and the heart. You can think of it like that. As a matter of fact, for the heart kanji, let me just... This comes up in OK Japanese as well. Anyhow, this isn't really used by itself. It becomes, we have to attach an u to it, so it becomes omo, which means to think. Omoide, a memory. And it's also part of fushigi, which means mysterious. Next, we have the kanji for word. It's like we have a script of stuff to say, as you can see. This has the mouth here. You could think of this as like a pencil and then just writing some words, and these words are to be said. So this isn't really used by itself, I don't believe, so we attach an u to it and becomes iu, which means to say. It is also part of kotoba, which is word, and also genron, discussion. And the last kanji for this lesson is speak, which uses that kanji as a radical. So I particularly like this as a way to memorize the kanji. So as we know, this is the kanji for word, or radical for word. Here's the kanji for 1,000, and then it becomes, and then there's another mouth at the end. A good way to remember this kanji is this proverb. A picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture speaks 1,000 words, actually. That would be even better. Anyway, we attach su to it, and it becomes hanasu, to speak, hanashi, speech, and Shin. Oh, Shinwa. Sorry. Fable. Shinwa. Which basically means, like, divine speak or God speak. Another useful word with this kanji is denwa, which is a phone. You speak into a phone. It's basically electrical communication. Electrical communication, he's the guy that imagination. Okay, write cards. Let's do that. Kubi. Sanshi. Karada. I. Oh. Sanshi. How? Oh boy. I stand on the stage. Me. And then there's my neck to see the crowd that I stand on. Oh! I thought there was an additional... Huh? Oh, I actually wrote it wrong. Those top two, yeah, they're not there. They actually go down here. Whoops. But the game gave it to me anyway, so... Points for trying, I guess. Hanasu. Koe. Atama. See. See. Let me redo that. Go, roku, shi. Hachi, kyu, ju, chi, ju, zan. Some of those kanji are difficult to, like, memorize because, well, they have so many strokes. I did kind of have to cheat and look in my notebook at least once. More practice! Mwahaha! Yomi. Kaminoke o kirimashita. I cut the hair. Yamashita-san wa ogoe de yonda. Yamashita called in a loud voice. Hiroshi-kun to hanashitai desu. I'm writing this kind of sloppy. 熱心に勉強してください。熱心にヒロシ君が好きと思う。I think I like Hiroshi. Kao ni akai no ga tsuiteiru. Kao ni akai no ga tsuiteiru. There's something red on your face. Kao. Stand in front of the crowd, my face red. Me. My neck is a little tight, but I will do fine. Okay. I guess that'll be the way I remember that kanji. Watashi no kubi wa itai desu yo. My neck hurts. Kubi. 2、3、4、7、8、9。この言葉がわかりません。I don't understand this word. 頭が痛いです。My head hurts. Huh? Why didn't you give that to me? 3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、15、16。体を大切にした方がいい。You should treat your body well. 体 I'm actually running out of time, I just realized. Okay, there we go. We got all the kanji in. And yeah, 9 out of 10 is correct here because if you mess up even one of the kana, that counts that kanji as incorrect. Unfortunately. Whew! Glad to see you got through that. Next up, getting around. That is, like, transportation and stuff. But before that, we're gonna put on the brakes here and take a bit of a break. I mean, we got 2 kanji lessons out of the way. I think our brain deserves a bit of a break there, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Just having a quick munch of pizza. I'm just gonna finish this last slice and then we'll continue. Okay, I think we're ready to get back into it. Time for the next 5 lessons, and the Naruto Whirlpool is a tidal whirlpool in the Naruto Strait. The whirlpools can be observed from ships or from the Onaruto Bridge spanning the strait. So, yeah, there you go. I'm guessing, the concept of Naruto the ninja with his like headband with the swirl, it probably is in reference to that. And I think it also like means whirlwind something. Anyhow, let's learn about means of getting around. If you're going to Japan, you're not just going to sit around all day, right? What would be the point? Here are a number of different things you can use to get around. All aboard the Japanese train. So we have a bus,
バス、
bus, taxi,
タクシ
taxi, train,
ー、電車、
densha, bullet train,
新幹線、
Shinkansen. We actually like got a peek of that before in one of the cultural points on the top of the screen in a previous episode. Plane,
飛行機、
hikoki. The word noru is used for all sorts of things, such as riding a bike, riding in a car, etc. You can still use it if you're the one driving the car.
乗る、
Noru. So that is the verb for to ride or to board something. Boat,
船、
kune, subway,
地下鉄、
shikatetsu, streetcar,
路面電車、
romen densha, and run,
走る、
hashiru. let's see. I want to look up Romen Densha. Yeah, it's a tram or trolley, streetcar. So it uses the kanji for path, surface, electricity, and car. You know what time it is now, right? Time to ride the bullet train to Gameland. Maybe not spell-tastic, though. Now you'll be able to talk about all kinds of ways to get around town. No need to have to walk everywhere anymore. Just to be sure, let's go through another game. Memory. Alright, we'll do that.
Noru.
Shinkansen.
Romen
Densha.
Densha.
Densha. Hikoki.
Fune.
Fune.
Bus.
Basu. Taxi. Shikatetsu. Hashiru. That one went pretty darn well. Guess I was in the right mood this time. Next time it's more grammar. Is it getting to be a little bit too much? Well, we're going to be learning about too much. Now it's time to learn how to say too much. This is a grammar principle that is useful for verbs and adjectives. But first, some new adjectives to play around with. Chilly.
冷たい
Tsumetai. This is specifically for objects that are chilly. If we want to say like the weather is cold, we would say samui instead. Anyway, wide,
広い
hiroi, narrow,
狭い
semai, slow,
遅い
soi, busy,
忙しい
sogashi. Tsumetai is used if an object is cold. Samui is used if you're cold. Noisy,
うるさい
urusai. You can also say this if you want somebody to, like, be quiet. Like, that's enough. Inconvenient,
不便な
kubenna. So yeah, this comes from benri and just add a fu in front of it. That makes it inconvenient. Usually that's how it works. Adding the fu makes it the opposite. Anyway, stubborn,
頑固な
gankona, strict,
厳しい
kibishi, lonely,
寂しい
sabishi. The word for too much is sugiru. You can just place it right after a not adjective if after you take the not off. For e adjectives, you take the e off and replace it with sugiru. Here they are in practice. Too stubborn,
頑固すぎる
ganko sugiru. Too strict,
厳しすぎる
kibishi sugiru. Sugiru is a verb, so you can conjugate it like any other verb. It was too lonely.
寂しすぎた
Sabishi sugita. It is too noisy in here.
ここはうるさすぎます
Koko wa urusa sugimasu. Let's get those words practiced before I go over how to use it with verbs. With verbs. Alright, we'll do this. Soy,
遅い
狭い、
狭い、
忙しい、
忙しい、
stubborn、頑固な、
頑固な、
寂しい、
寂しい、
うるさい、
うるさい、
不便な、
不便な、
冷たい、
冷たい、
広い、
広い、
厳しい。
厳しい。
Alright. To use it with verbs, you need to put a verb into base 2, then put the sugiru on. So, this is for... So for an ichidan verb such as taberu, say
食べ過ぎた、
tabesugita, I ate too much. For godan verbs like nomu, it's
飲みすぎる、
nomisugiru, I drink too much. Time to see it in action. Go! Bridge builder. ここはうるさすぎる。
ここはうるさすぎる。
Mr. Takahashi's car is too slow. 高橋さんの車は遅すぎます。
高橋さんの車は遅すぎます。
This building is too wide. この建物は広すぎます。
この建物は広すぎます。
I want to help, but I'm too busy. 助けたいけど、忙しすぎる。
助けたいけど忙しすぎる。
Mrs. Sato is too stubborn. 佐藤さんは頑固すぎます。
佐藤さんは頑固すぎます。
This room is too narrow. この部屋は狭すぎる。
この部屋は狭すぎる。
I am lonely. 私は寂しいです。
私は寂しいです。
It is inconvenient here. ここは不便です。
ここは不便です。
The teacher is too strict. 先生は厳しすぎる。
先生は厳しすぎる。
Hiroshi's hand is chilly. ひろしくんの手は冷たいです。
ひろしくんの手は冷たいです。
We don't want to go over Sugiru too much, so I'll finish off there. Next up, school, because I know you love school. Well, let's get to it. You may not be in school anymore, but I'm willing to guess you've been schooled in one way or another. I've certainly spent a lot of time in school. First up, different words to use in school. Homework,
宿題、
shikudai, class,
授業、
jugyo. So that's like a class subject of sorts. Classmate,
同級生、
dokyusei. I'm not sure I remember that word. I'm just looking it up in the Jisho and seeing what the kanji is like. Same grade life. Okay. Teacher,
先生、
we've actually already learned sensei. I don't know why we have to, like, learn this again, especially since that's not a word that's hard to remember. We hear it a bunch even without knowing much of Japan. Oh well. Student.
生徒、
Seto. I think there's another word for student other than seto. It's gakusei, I believe. And now the different kinds of schools that there are. So the normal word for school is
学校、
gakko. For college,
大学、
daigaku. And then we have elementary school,
小学校、
shogakko. Middle school, or more accurately, junior high,
中学校、
chugakko. And then senior high school,
高等学校、
kotogakko. Feel free to call me sensei. I'm not doing spelltastic. Be sure to use these words outside the games too. It's the best way to learn. Memory. Alright, do that. Shoga.
高等学校、
Sensei. Gakko. Oh, is this oh, that's Jugyo.
授業、
Shukudai.
宿題、中学
Jugakko.
校、小学校、大学、
Daigaku. Oh,
同級生、
dokyusei.
生
Seto.
徒、
Your homework is to get all the mastery points so that you can continue on to the next lesson. Then you can study some more kanji. Okay, another kanji lesson. A number of these kanji focus on using verbs to their full potential. Be sure to practice so that you can reach your full potential. Alright, first off we have the kanji for read. So it has the radical for word or say. We have round. And, yes. Strange. Oh, okay, that's not actually. But, yeah, this is actually the kanji that is used for to sell, which we'll learn about soon. So basically, a book will sell you words, I guess. You read those words. Anyway. Yomu, read. Yomi, reading, doesn't necessarily just... It's not just for kanji, it's just a way of reading, yomi. And then dokusha, reader. Alright, next we have here, which is basically... I believe we call this the, like, gate radical or something, gate or space. And then we have the kanji for ear right inside that gate. So it's like we're putting our ear right up to the gate so we can hear something. like, overhear a conversation, let's say. Kiku, listen. Hikoeru, can hear. Shinbun, newspaper. But I can't hear a newspaper. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Alright, I want to say that's the correct stroke order, but let me just see really quick. Okay, yes, that is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, a thing to remember with this is that this actually is supposed to be a pictograph of a hand holding a brush. It's like writing words, let's say. And there's the sun radical underneath there as well. We write when the sun goes up, or something. Or maybe you write in a diary when the sun goes down. Anyhow, kaku, to write, toshokan, library, seisho, Bible. Can it refer to the Bible? Oh, yes, actually. It does refer to the Bible. With those kanji specifically. Next, we have talk or word. Or perhaps more accurately, it's like a language. So we see that this is the radical for word. And then we have the kanji for the number 5 here, as well as another mouth. Now, coincidentally, or maybe it was part of the design, this can actually be read as go. And you see the number 5 here, which is also read as go. So that is a great way to remember at least the reading of this kanji, and since the go here is a critical part of the kanji, it's also helpful in remembering how to write it. And let's say with the mouth here that there are 5 main syllabaries in Japanese. A, I, U, E, O. So, kataru, to talk. And then we have Nihongo, Japanese language, and Eigo, English language. Alright, this is the kanji for lose. Now, you might remember that this is this is a radical that is used for to know. But I don't think I would I would use like this kanji's literal meaning to actually remember the other kanji. So let's just say I lost my diploma. That could be a way to remember this kanji instead. I would feel so bad for anybody who actually, like, lost their diploma when they were getting out of graduation or something. I guess they still graduated, though. Let's see. Ushinau, to lose. Is it like to lose something? Like misplace something? to lose, to miss a chance or opportunity, to lose a loved one, to concede goals. Okay, so the kanji itself is like lose, error, fault, disadvantage, loss. So, yeah, ushinau, to lose like a chance at something. And this kanji is also used for shitsure, which means rude. Rei here, I believe, is the kanji for apology, so it's like lost apology, rudeness. Anyhow, next up, sword. I mean, if anything, I kind of see it as more of an axe, but it's a sharp object nonetheless. So by itself, it is katana, which is a katana. Surely you know what that is. Kogatana, short sword, and bukto, or hokuto, wooden sword. And we also use that kanji as part of cut. So it's like we're using the sword to cut something for 7 people? Anyhow, kiru, to cut. And just so you know, it's said as kiru, not kiru, because the other one is to wear. Kiru, to wear. Kiru, to cut. That's why pitch accent matters. Anyway, taisetsu, important. Kite, stamp. Pull. I believe this part of the kanji is actually for bow. So think of it as like pulling the string of a bow. Hiku, pull. Inryoku, gravity. And intai, tire. Alright, now we have sell. So I guess a way you could remember this kanji is not necessarily to focus on the individual radicals here, but I guess it's more like a picture of somebody holding a box. It's kind of difficult to see there, but that's the thing that OK Japan used. Alright, uru, sell. Kaiten, or baiten, shop. And bai, selling and buying. And speaking of buying, here's the kanji for that. As I've stated before, this uses the kanji for shell. So, in the old times, people used shells as currency. So basically, it's like taking a shell to a stand of sorts to buy goods. Kau, buy. Kaite, shopper. Kaimono, shopping. And that is the last kanji for this lesson. Fading characters will take too long, so we'll do scrolls this time. Let's see. Takahashi-san wa hanashi o kite imasu. I am listening to Mr. Takahashi's talk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 日本語を勉強していますか? Are you studying Japanese? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 刀で本を切りました. I cut the book with a katana. Interesting. この本を読んでください. Please read this book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 赤い糸を引きました. I pulled the red thread. 1, 2, 3, 4. ここでアニメを売りますか? Do you sell anime here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 私の刀を失った. I lost my katana. That would be a terrible thing to lose. I don't want anybody picking that up. 2, 3, 4, 5. 昨日、私は、白い車を買いました. I bought a white car yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 佐藤さんは本を書きました. Mrs. Sato wrote a book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 野菜を切ってください. Please cut the vegetables. There we go. 10 out of 10? Really? Okay, thanks. Time to try out some Japanese dishes. Pizza might not be exactly what you think it is in Japan. Oh, really? I wonder what Japanese pizza is like. Japanese dishes. This is our last lesson of the day. We covered vegetables, meats, fruits, and a few other foods before, but I haven't told you about any Japanese food yet. Tempura is deep-fried fish or vegetables in a light batter, and yakisoba is fried soba noodles with meat and vegetables.
天ぷら、
Tempura,
焼きそば、
yakisoba, buckwheat noodles,
そば、
soba, savory pancakes,
お好み焼き、
okonomiyaki. I wonder what those look like. Okonomiyaki. Savory pancake fried on an iron griddle with vegetables, meat, and/or seafood, and topped with various sauces and condiments. Ooh. Let me look this up. Oh, that looks delicious. Wow. Let's see if I can pull up an image for all of you to see. Alright, let's see. Here, this is an okonomiyaki. Quite delicious. And so is this. Delicious. If there's one thing I would love to go to Japan for, it's to try their food. And we also have udon noodles. Udon noodles are thick Japanese wheat noodles. Pot stickers are crescent-shaped pan-fried dumplings stuffed with minced meat and vegetables. Oh yeah, I have some of those in the supermarket I go to. So yeah, pot stickers. Gyoza. Curry. Kare. Meat and potato stew. Nikujaga. Tofu. And it means that we eat some of this food. Ohashi. Chopsticks. And of course we use chopsticks to eat things. Ohashi de taberu. I eat with chopsticks. I ate fried soba with chopsticks. Yakisoba o ohashi de tabeta. Yakisoba o hashi de tabeta. While you're working on this game, I'm going to step out and get a snack. Alright. Okonomiyaki. Tempura. Soba. Nikujaga. It's like Niku and Jagaimo mixed together. Just Jagaimo is shortened. Yakisoba. Gyoza. Kare. Tofu. Ohashi. Udon. Maybe I'll get another snack. Okonomiyaki. Savory pancakes. Ohashi. Chopsticks. Udon noodles. Soba. Buckwheat noodles. Gyoza. Pot stickers. Kare. Curry. Nikujaga. Meat and potato stew. Yakisoba. Fried soba. Tempura. Tofu. Now, while on the topic of pancakes, if you've dabbled a little bit into Doraemon, you'll know that his favorite food is pancakes, specifically dorayaki. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, part of his name, Doraemon, is actually, it's basically derived from part of dorayaki. And, it looks like a pretty sweet thing to taste, and I would love to have it. Maybe I can make my own one day if it's possible. You know, I have this produce store that's near me that actually sells a bunch of, like, noodles and Japanese snacks. Like, they have these, cream sandals. So, I wonder if there's, like, something I could use to make those kinds of things at home. That would be really nice. I just hope I have the time for that. Anyhow, that is the last lesson of the day. Be sure to try these dishes when you come to Japan. I'll be waiting for you. With that, there are just 10 lessons left. That means one last episode of My Japanese Coach. So we will learn about modifiers, jobs, some more kanji, some more clothing, stuff with the face, some more nations, more kanji, hobbies, easy to and hard to, and things to do. And by things to do, they're like recreational activities like partying and going to the park, let's say. So those will be the last lessons to do in the last episode of My Japanese Coach, in the last stream. So after that, we will be moving on to Wagotabi for a little bit. And also on that day, Sunday, 6 o'clock, reminder, that will be the day when all the votes are due for which game I will be playing in Japanese. So do not forget to cast your votes. If you want to see me play a particular game, go to my YouTube channels in the post tabs, or go to my Blue Sky and see my post there, and that will give you instructions on how to vote, as well as the conditions that are needed for doing Pokemon Blue if you really want me to do that. So yeah, I guess the next stream will probably be tomorrow. It'll be in the evening at some time, and, Eastern Standard Time, that is. Wait, spring forward. Is that daylight savings? I think. I might have been, totally mistaking EST and EDT. I should just say ET instead. That would just make things a lot simpler. I'm sorry. I only just realized that when I started thinking about it. Oh well, I think people know what I mean anyhow. But anyway, yeah, Friday will be a Monster Sanctuary day, and, Sunday will be the last My Japanese Coach stream. I'm not doing the open plan because it's basically just random words being thrown at you, 10 at a time. It's not very helpful. So, with all that said, I thank you all very much for watching. This is Dylus signing off. See you next time.